last night, right before the first penalty the Flames took at the end of the first period. I forget what the penalty was for. I think it was like a high stick or something. Right before that, the Leafs were within like skin of your teeth close to Nikita Zaitsev putting them at 6 men and getting another bench minor.
It probably should have got one, to be honest.
At what point does this team, like I looked at when they showed the replay, Nikita Zaitsev for sure, there were 6 men on the ice for sure.
Oh yeah, no, the Leafs got lucky.
If Nikita Zaitsev had taken one stride with some power, he'd have been off the ice. It was a split second. What the fuck, man?
They're the laziest changing team in the entire league. Lazy.
But this is something that I learned when I was playing single A and I was the worst hockey player on my team.
Yeah, I don't get it.
You hustle off the ice. Everybody knows this. This isn't a new thing.
That isn't a trying to teach thing. I know maybe the Leafs don't always bring the best effort every night, or maybe they screw up the system, or something to do with chemistry. This is just pure sloth. And I can't believe that a Mike Babcock coach team is this lazy about something. There's no other reason for it, right? They're just being lazy.
Yeah.
Like, and also don't sit on the bench. It's not just that. Marleau, too. I noticed there was one where they opened the bench for him and he's like standing there. Dude, if a teammate's in your way, shove them into the bench. You're going to get a penalty.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, from the guy who's never really played, never been in that situation.
But when you're on the bench and there's no room, you yell at your guys, move, or coming in hot. Yeah, and
say something.
And if you are a player on your team bench, you know when changes are happening because the coaches are calling the lines out and they're calling the combinations out. So you know whether you're getting on or you're moving out of the way. Get up and move out of the way.
And they're horrible for bench minors. Horrible for too many men. And Mitch Marner wants his team to cheer better too, because every time they get a bench minor, he's the one in there serving it.
That's true.
Every single time. I think he's up to 7 or 8 like this season or something like that.
See, here's the thing. If Nikita Zaitsev was really that tired, and he was the one that caused that bench minor, and guess who's out there killing that penalty?
Good point.
Do you want to be the guy killing that penalty that you caused? That would be... As someone who played defense,
you have to kill
for a long time.
Penalty. Not many people get that opportunity.
That would freaking suck. If you're exhausted, the last thing you want to do is get out there and kill a 2-minute penalty.
Yeah, no, it's annoying because it's
easy.
Like it seems like a very simple thing to fix.
Brainless.
It is pretty brainless. Yeah.
So shouldn't you be blaming Babcock?
Well, I mean, maybe.
How much? Well, I mean, I think you blame the whole group. How much?
Well, how don't you know to do that?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Level?
Like it's to me. There's only so much he can say, right? You don't get to this level without knowing that information. So are you lazy? So suck it up. You play for the Toronto Maple Leafs. You have a really good shot at doing some damage in the league this year. Wake the fuck up, get to the bench, sit down, and get your air when you get to the bench, not on the way to the bench.
Isn't that the coach's job to tell them that?
I'm sure he will. I'm sure he will. I'm sure he has.
If Adam can find a way to talk badly about the Leafs, he'll do it. He'll do it. Remember that from Tuesday?
No.
Oh, Steve, if there's a way to look at it bad, Steve will look at it bad. They won last night, Adam. I want to know what your problem is.
They were the second best team last night. Let's be straight up. That's true. Not in the
2 is bigger than 1.
I'm not the one saying it's going to lose them the Stanley Cup.
Oh boy.
But
why would you put that into the world?
Because it's hilarious.
Why would you put that into the world, Adam?
Now you're thinking about it.
Oh, you son of a gun.
But Jesse, you're right. It is on the coach. The coaching staff has to beat that out of them somehow.
Line changes. Line changes. How are we even complaining about this?
Wouldn't you say that Mike Babcock should go in and say exactly that? This is line changes, guys.
Yeah.
Do I really need to talk to you about this?
I'm not gonna.
Where are we at? I don't know.
Silly.
It just drives me crazy because it's such a fixable problem.
I was late getting something in. I was late submitting something for sportsnet.ca. And what I was basically told is, look, I'm not going to chase after you. You're an adult.
Yep.
Do the shit. That's the sort of thing, if there's so many more complicated things the Leafs have to worry about. Like, if you're Babcock, it's almost like, do I really need to tell you to try?
I think he does.
Do I really need to tell you to try to get off the fucking ice?
If I were him and I caught people doing that, I'd bag skate them the next practice in front of the whole team.
Oh my God.
That's what we did. We got bag skated. If you were caught doing that, you got to skate around the ice 3 times, like around the full boards.
bag skate them and then be like, all right, head to the bench. And then the second they're almost at the bench, oh, no.
Penalty, get back out there.
Yep.
All right, penalty drills.
Get back out there. Is this fun? Is this fun to you?